Son, go eat ice cream. We have a review today. The device is for a serious man. Tuareg FL. Oh, what a mug. Oh, what a mug. This car is not going to go to some Tom Thumb. This is for a serious man who goes on business, and on weekends with his mother-in-law to the country. Therefore, today the choice fell on the Tuareg of the 2016 year on a 3-liter diesel engine. Most often, such cars were equipped with a 3-liter diesel engine, in principle, as we have today's case, but they were 204 forces, 240, and today we have 262 forces.
You talk like you announced trains of 24 forces.
I know.
Sinelnikov transitions are sent from Kolya's side.
I do not know the image of me such a thing, do you understand? A rarer case was 8x4 and 2 liters by 340 forces, and even rarer was a 3-liter gasoline hybrid. Well, who the fuck needs it on our Tuareg? Here we have a motor, here we have a washer, and here is an air filter. Thank you. Before buying, you should definitely remember that here the chain is behind the motor. Therefore, in order to change it, you need to remove the motor from the car. This is a full-size Jeep with a length of 4 to 8 meters, a width of 2 meters. You can upload here not only your mother-in-law, but also all your Spinogrizov, and even their friends. Today we have a pre-maximum configuration. In fact, everything is more complicated with the complete sets there than it seems, because they have Premium, Premium Life, Super Sport Premium Life, Sport Life, Selpo. But here we have it assembled from different configurations. Most likely, the German that I bought in the 2016 year, he chose the options purely because they sound pleasant to the ear. Erline body kit we have here, yes, an antichrom package. Packaging. Everything shows that you are driving a Volkswagen. By Xenon Optics. We also have fog lights, yes, and plugs. But these are not plugs, and we have adaptive control radars. Because we have a super strange configuration, where there is an adaptive cruise, but there are no rear view cameras. We have 2 tons of 100 kilograms in the factory, but since we have air suspension here, and we have a full tank of diesel, that makes 3 tons. And this 3-ton monster flies up to 100 in just 7 seconds. But this is an unusual motor. We Chippanel here, poured an Arabic chip on a German car. Therefore, today we will check how she rides on the road with cut-out catalysts. Oh, and a restored turbine. Oh. Come here, young man. Well, everything happens so smoothly in this Wagavoda fairy tale. Because this machine has already seen 2 turbine restorations. Meet our magical car owner, Ilya Peter Parker. Hello, Ilya. My respect. You bought a cool car. Tell me, please, how did you manage to restore the turbine twice in a week?
To begin with, I sewed up, realized that God forbid. After that, literally a week passed. I had a fucked up turbine, it was rebuilt. I gave 2 lunches and again the turbine is fucked up. Well, the classic situation. It's the same for everyone, right?
Vagavad style.
The second time they rebuilt the turbine, installed it, and now I'm waiting for the 3rd time it fucks up. Maybe it will be on Vito's today.
Why didn't you buy a hybrid turbine right away? Here's a conditional if you've already had it die twice. Well, why did you restore it?
There was a thought. That is the first call I made when the turbine fucked up. How much would the stage 3 cost? But
3?
Yes. There immediately the 3rd understood. A hybrid turbine, there's a shorter back and forth. Well, I was told, like, $3 or $3,500. I kind of thought.
While restoring, what else did you do on the car after the chip?
Repackaged everything as it sounds. Repackaged.
That's what they said. Well, tell it like it is.
I don't mean repacked everything, sealer or what.
Well, like, it's understandable, it's the usual thing. You don't have anything else entirely? Have you changed the chain yet?
I was changed by the owner.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Right there.
I understand.
There it is in the back, you need to throw off the motor. Chick, the coin doesn't stick in the pocket anymore.
Only I paid 120,000 hryvnias for maintenance. I go out, I get it, I sit down and I think.
Yes, here, on the brakes. There are no brakes from the word at all. I do not know, probably we will not experiment on the road today. Because we're not dumbass. But they are simply not here. If you are rolling a stage, be sure to immediately put some packed, at least they're 6-piston brakes. Both these float. Do you need it for fuck's sake? You'll crash, and then mom will cry. And you are serious, bitch, businessman. At the meeting, you're always in a hurry, so put on good brakes and don't fuck with your brains. We have a huge trunk here, 580 liters of volume. So that you can pack absolutely. So that you can pack. Fuck. What is this? This will fit absolutely all the bags of potatoes of your mother-in-law. But even if this is not enough for you, you recline the back sofa and get 1,600 liters of volume. 1,600 liters. In general, I don't have so many things to fill all this space. Due to the fact that we have a pneumo, firstly, I do not know, this is probably the most useless function. Have you ever used it at all? No, I just heard that much from the guys. In short, this shit allows you to lower your ass. Look, she's going down even further. Do you see? In short, this is with the expectation that you are like with some heavy purchases. Well, that is, how is it at all, how? You're the one with the bag, the heavy one, right? That is, you go to the car, leave the package, press the button, you wait, fuck. She doesn't immediately lower, you wait until she goes down. And she went down. Well, like she went down. Well, is 5 centimeters 5? Fuck. And it won't save the situation. And you load this package here, and then it rises by itself? Or not? Oh, so you're still standing? Are you still standing, look, and waiting for her to rise? I don't understand, but probably if you are something. No, it won't save the situation at all. Loads and wheels or fucking some heavy bricks. These 5 centimeters will not save at all. But it depends on where these 5 centimeters are. Yes, hello there. The air suspension here is not quite capricious. I've watched how many reviews, the owners say that they drive 250, 300,000 kilometers, so it's not expendable, like in a Porsche Cayenne. This is how we can torture people. Omit. Lowering. Externally, we can't say anything anymore, so I suggest we move inside, feel the world of luxury, comfort and see how German software lovers live. There's a landing here, of course, just that you're sitting on a truck. When you lift the suspension, it's like you're playing a Euro Truck Simulator. I mean, you're just. Not only are you already sitting high up here, I do not know, there are electric seat adjustments. It wasn't even the maximum that was raised. That is, I'm sitting on this full kick-ass. As if the Tsarevich, the King Prince, the shoemaker tailor, someone is like that. As for the configuration, it is really strange here, because we have a pneumatic, we have a productive cruise control, a 2-zone climate. Yes, dual-zone climate control. We also have deflectors in the back, but they are tied under the front zone. We don't have key access, we have such a clever remote control, we still have to shove it in. Multimedia without CarPlay, but the music we have here is the simplest. Here, at the maximum, there would be a DIN Audi the same as we have in the train, right? In that Chinese one. Weird, right? Lacquered plastic, all this sweetness, right? That is, it's some kind of premium, but it's 150 tons of mileage, it's all scum just that you're sitting in some kind of goat house. You don't understand why it's all so flimsy. Look, it's scratched and it'll never wash off again. That is, until the first German pulls this into polyurethane, a Ukrainian is already in Ukraine, yes, he just suffers and sobs, because this is all either necessary in aquaprint, or completely change these inserts all. According to the comments, I realized that you don't need to know how many buttons are here and how many are here. Therefore, we will take a quick walk so that you have a general idea. We are still interested in how it goes after the chip and how much it costs. Steering wheel, horn, wipers. That's it. Here we have a full electric package of everything. Mirrors are folded, heated, lifted, moved out. Seat back and forth, right and left. We have a blown-up panorama and it all gives us a kind of maximum configuration, but again we don't have any music, we don't have any cameras either in front or behind. But we have parking sensors, we even have a heated steering wheel. Wow. Well, in short, the equipment is very tasty, but it's still custom. It does not fit any of the ready-made solutions that Volkswagen offers in its catalogs. The place here is to go to a distant place, be healthy. But we are also interested in what the children feel from behind, right? Therefore, I suggest jumping back and see how life is in a German Jeep. But here I'm like Baron Munchausen, you understand, right? Goat, maximum Cossack armrest. The cheapest of those that were put in the Volkswagen. Here we have another outlet, that is, we have an inverter of 150 watts, 230 volts. You sit comfortably. There are belts and thanks for that. We have a music here, but some kind of music is playing here. Electric windows are an amazing thing in a car for $30,000.
Rating scale, can you fuck a girl here?
Look, it's not like you can fuck a girl. You could open a brothel in the back seat because there's so much room, I don't know, you could fuck 3 girls at the same time. How many girls have you fucked here? Oh, okay. The owner and his wife have arrived, so we won't. I have also seen many reviews on the internet that these tourists have a very wear-resistant interior and, probably, it is quite difficult to determine the true mileage if it is twisted by the condition of the skin. I don't see anything critical here at 150,000. We don't know how it was used before the current owner, but we do know that the current owner fucks it up and down. what he said cannot be reduced. Therefore, I propose to sit behind the wheel and drive around the city, feel what an air suspension is and stage 1 on a dead diesel. Let's go.
And friends, we have moved into the world of luxury and comfort. And let's start this steal.
It feels like you're driving a truck. Although it is adaptive cruise control in front is not available. You know, tell me, look, you first cut out the catalytic converters and immediately do a chip tuning. What caused your turbo to fuck up? How do they explain it to you?
The first time is the age of the turbo, the second time.
Well, like age is purely wear and tear already. Yes, there was wear and tear.
The chip was just the end of the story. And the second time, I think it was a freak, and it was just a fucked up assembly. Well, that is, it burned down a little more than I give gas. The turbo is screaming. Nothing happens, there is no traction stupidly. I press the floor, the revs are growing, the car is not going faster and that's it.
It seems to me that if you hadn't chip up, she would have gone on with you. You see, the question is just what kind of firmware was thrown to you and how much it was correctly calculated for the resource of the motor that you have now. I mean, you know, usually if they get canned, they're canned according to some kind of standard. They had one, as a prototype, one machine, they wrote the correct firmware on it and then they throw the same firmware on all the others. But they don't adapt it to the wear and tear of the parts that are on this or that machine. And that's why it happens that, well, no matter how you don't even ride it. That is, you conditionally sewed up and immediately she fucked up with you. How much is your first repair, the turbo costs?
The first restoration, the turbo itself is 10k grivnas. But considering that when they were disassembled and assembled, they also immediately changed all the seals. That is, well, we went through all the nuances that were there. Oil change, full of service. The first repair became 50,000 hryvnias. Hello everyone, friends, I'm an operator.
Okay, and the second time you fixed it, how much did it cost you?
8,000 hryvnias. Restoration, 8 for the job. But this is also a plus to all this. There, the egg itself was physically silenced. Because he has flaps.
Listen, well, about the management, yes, there is no bazaar, you sail on it just like on a ship. That is, the feeling of perfect roads even on our Ukrainian roads. All the bumps, all the dimples, she just gently swallows and you don't feel it at all. This is our comfort. Here we can switch to the usual one with a lever like this. Usually what is different from comfort, like a tougher one?
Yes.
And sports, but she squats a little bit at sports. That is, I see that she is, yes, a little understated and getting tougher. But again, you will not ride with such comfort on the maximum lifted suspension, because the higher the car, the higher the center of gravity, the less controllability. Of course, you lower it on the highway, but for the city, any curbs, pits are not a problem for it at all. Absolutely no problem. With springs, of course, it would be much more maneuverable, but I think that the air suspension in this case gives much more advantages than disadvantages. This car is again not for racing. Those who inflate 500 forces from him there, for me this is already some kind of blasphemy. Like a touring car should just row and row always with its torque. By the factory it was 600 Newton meters, and now how much? He's 700 now. 700 torques. All-wheel drive, of course. By the way, tell me about the expense. What do you have?
At the peak it was 13 miles per gallon. Now the consumption is less. Well, look, by the way.
15 miles per gallon. Consumption of diesel fuel. 15 miles per gallon. The owner of the car drives it well, as if I imagine that he is AF van pilot. If you drive quietly around town here, I think making 23 miles per gallon, or even 26 miles per gallon is very possible. Film us crossing the railroad tracks. Like a girl's tit in the morning, very gentle. Uncle, we swim, we just pour. She has no desire to jackal this here. On it, you just drive it at all slowly. You don't have to rush anywhere. You will be missed everywhere because you are on a black Touareg, tinted in 5%. You don't have chrome. That's it, you're already an unusual person. You're already packing. Everyone will let you through. And if they also see the shoes you're wearing, they're going to go fucking nuts. They'll give you their car. Look, now we're going to get on the rails again. It's just fucking tender. Uncle, we levitating as if over the road. Can we drive straight through there? What do you think?
And I won't tell you.
Well, don't tell me. According to the box here we have a classic 8-speed torque converter Eisen Japanese, super reliable. The moment he swallows be healthy. It's enough to have fun with your head.
For me, the car is perfect for the city. That is, well, you can flood, you can drive worried and she will eat everything. Everything as if she would really eat everything. This is a car like a patient, that is, yes, on the grandfather side, it is possible in part. Well, fuck.
Grandfathers.
But when you have 700 torque.
You know, Tuareg are called grandfathers only by those who can't afford them. Well, like of course it's stupid to compare Tuareg. Wow, something you clicked on.
And I'm a sport mode.
And she's got a full pedal, do you understand? A solid pedal.
You've got 2000 on your back, got it?
Ugh. And here I am, of course, scared for the turbo, because if it is after 2 restorations, it should also come a 3rd time. You know, it's like a matter of time. Listen, she's undermining for her weight, she's fucking be healthy. Just be healthy. For every day, with a bang. On Dalniki, too, with a bang. If you don't want to be a jackal and you want to drive quietly, carefully, without worrying, you just don't sew the motor and you drive at the factory and it will please you every day. It will start you when you need it, it will go where you need it. Love the car and it will love you back. Look, we're moving the rails again now, we're just crossing them. Fucking suspension is magical here. At speed, of course, she's like a cow, right? At 60 miles per hour and up, it's fucking barely there. Most of the time you drive 30 miles an hour in the city, because that's how we do it, isn't it? You can't break the laws. I condemn those who exceed the speed limit, especially in the city. If you want to drive, you go to the track and accelerate there. Here's a fucking BMW. Look what the fucking BMW is doing. There are no brakes at all. It's just that you pulled away once, the 2nd time as luck would have it. There won't be a 3rd time. The brakes here are of course very weak, this is really a weakness. Oh, it was. The audio club is shared by the Vago Club. Greetings. Mateai's Club whisper to you is generally fiery. Yes, our review has come to an end, friends. Time flew by unnoticed in such a comfortable car. I want you all to know that any car will be the best if you take care of it and love it. That's why Ruddick was with you. Subscribe to my channel, to my Instagram. Also subscribe to the Instagram of the operator who wants to support the Patreon channel. Links in the description. Further, more. Bye.